Hey guys, how are you? Oh, starting to get warm already this morning, guys. Just thought I'd come in and say hi. I got a call back from a county commissioner from up there in Zanesville, in Ohio, in Muskingum County. Uh, hey, Bayou Bandit. Hey, Steven Tunis. Yeah, it's already starting to get hot. I already got a call from a county commissioner up there in Muskingum County, Ohio, uh, about BLW TV's interaction with that chief yesterday. So, trying to get some shit done there. And that county commissioner seems to be a little bit upset over some of that stuff and all. So he's going to see what I can do. He's going to try to get me some information together so I can do some more. Well, no, he is actually calling the state's attorney's office about it for me. Right here, there's the coffee. This cup says, "Over what hill? Where? When? I don't remember any hill." I think that's you, Bayou Bandit. I got 5 bars, bud. Uh, he actually told me he's going to make a call to the state's attorney's office for me. So I didn't get. I'll just look into it. He said he's actually going to call the state's attorney's office. So, hey, Brian King, how are you? Good, good, Bandit. So, it ain't. Just I'm looking into it. I've never had one tell me he was going to call the state's attorney's office for me and ask about that. But he also saw the video and he was upset over the video. So uh, he told me that himself. It's going good so far, Brian. Uh, I was just telling them I got a county commissioner called me this morning from Muskingum County, Ohio. And he's going to be calling the state's attorney's office to try to get me some more information on how to deal with that South Zanesville, Ohio stuff that BLW TV had to go through. So, and I'm glad to see you in here, Copper. Good to see you, bro. Uh, so hopefully something can be done. Hey, Wendy McJanet. So hopefully we'll get something more done than what I've already got done going and going for this stuff with Ohio up there. So let's hope things go well with that. That's funny, Copper. In the land of kilts and caber tossing, you must be talking about Kentucky, or oh no, you're talking about Wendy McGannet and Scotland. Uh, in Glasgow, Kentucky, they have Scottish Highland games too. I think he meant caber. That would be caber tossing. But that is funny, caper. The caper tossing. But yeah, Glasgow, Kentucky has Scottish Highland games. They got a big Scottish community in Glasgow, Kentucky. Um, and they every year they have Scottish Highland games there in Glasgow, Kentucky. I've been to them twice. Yeah, that is a whole new game when you begin it. Caper. Uh, that could be a fun game. No, it's caber with a B. Who is that, Taylin? Who's that you say? Perth Observer. Okay. Perth Observer. Okay. I'll take a look into that. No problem. I'm going to have to wait until I'm off my live stream to do that, but I'll look into it. You got a lucky dog in your lap, Destiny. He's happy too. You see
Where
it.
he likes to be.
Yeah. That's a happy doggy right now. Ain't you? Ain't you lucky? You're a happy puppy. Look at that, yeah. You're a happy puppy. Yes, you are. You good puppy. You good puppy. Oh, okay, Taylor. I will definitely take a. I'll take a look into them and all. That's freaking awesome. I will definitely do that. I wear a kilt the right way when I wear a kilt, Wendy McGannet. Yes, I do wear it without underwear. I do know how to wear a kilt properly. I used to have a kilt.
Yeah. You want to piss off the Irishman?
Yeah.
Refer to his kilt as a skirt.
Oh, you do that. Scotsmen do too. They get a little upset over that
Oh
too.
yeah, they get a little upset.
Uh, yeah, Dusty was saying, you know how to piss off a Scotsman, or not a Scotsman, but an Irishman, referred to their kilt as a skirt. I said, you'll piss off some Scotsmen too. Scotsmen's doing that too. All right, SC. Yeah, you could drink coffee while you're watching the stream. You don't have to leave.
He said, I'm going for coffee. Oh wow.
Tunis, that's true. You got a point. Tuna said it depends on how long the skirt, the kilt is. If it's referred to as a kilt or a skirt, if you need it that long or not.
Right.
All right, Taylor, thank you. Wendy, they were just lying. If you see them floor link, they were just lying. Yeah, I sure do. I always live stream and drink coffee, guys. That's cool, Brian. That's cool. The last time I wore a kilt was up in Glasgow, Kentucky. I was probably, I think I was 22 then. I was up in Glasgow, Kentucky at the Scottish Highland Games there. Didn't do so good at the caber toss, but I did great on the sack toss and the rock toss and things like that. Yeah, many moons ago, 20 years ago was the last time I wore a kilt. Almost now.
Many moons ago.
I think you're right. The Sporan, that's what that's called, by the way, Stephen. That's called a Sporan. Is what was the forerunner to the fanny pack. Uh, I, they say it actually different up there, Wendy McGannet. You got to remember, I've been down here in Florida for almost 30 years, so I got that southern twang to saying Glasgow. They do say it entirely different up there. I'll tell you that now. So don't ask me how. Hey, Pete Tar. Hey, damn, Charles Manson's here. Shit.
What?
Wow, cool.
Wow. That's awesome.
Morning, Lady Bird. How are you, hon?
When did he get out of prison?
Yeah, I thought Manson got executed, didn't he?
Nope.
Oh, he ain't been executed yet. Okay.
And he's actually he served his time, but they won't let him out.
Oh, okay, cool. Wow. Glasgow. It said Glasgow. Okay, cool.
Glasgow where?
Yeah, Brian King's he's dead. Manson's dead.
He should be. It's been a long time.
Good. Yeah.
Probably
Glasgow. Okay. Instead of Glasgow, it's Glasgow.
Glasgow.
That's how they say it in Scotland.
Oh.
But like I said, you got to remember, I'm a southern hillbilly, swamp billy, so I say different things. I say words differently from a lot of people. uh, Morning, Eastern Kentucky. How are you, bro? I don't care. I really don't care. uh, I have been called worse by a lot better people, I'm sure. Cool. Yeah, there you go, Brian King. we're talking about how to say the proper way to say Glasgow, Kentucky. Well, I got an echo. Destiny's in. She's lurking. Yep. Everybody's saying hi, Destiny. I think she's trying to type in something right now. So.
Yeah, I'm doing it blind.
There you go.
It won't let me see what I'm typing.
For some reason, it's not bringing it up in her what she's typing, and it's not letting her see it.
So I don't know if I got the spelling in my.
You did. You got it right.
Yeah, so I had to hit the back button on it so to check on it.
Oh, okay. If you ain't subbed to Destiny, go ahead. If you don't mind, go ahead and sub to her. And she's a good person. She thinks a lot along the lines of us about how we should have our rights and things.
Damn it.
Yeah, actually, everybody in the room said hi to you. I think so. CT, Brian, Wendy, Bayou Bandit. They all said hi.
Yeah, I see.
There you go, Tunis. I think I'm about to exercise my right to another cup of coffee myself. And they've all subbed to you, Destiny.
Every one of them?
Yep. There you go.
Wow.
Bald spot close up. I need some coffee. Need some coffee. Oh. It's going to be so hot you can already see the steam coming off the river. Keep your ID in your prison wallet. Actually, Destiny's very lucky. She's got a high metabolism, and she just does normal work like everybody else and got them abs.
have, it's an illusion on screen. I don't really have those abs. See,
Yeah, you do. You. I mean, it ain't like you're the
that's how
most
they,
toned person out there, but you got abs.
yeah. I'm pretty sure all the exercising I've done in the past, I probably got a six pack or so underneath there.
Yeah.
Damn, my voice sounds so masculine on something.
Yeah, I don't think it does, but that's me.
Anyway, what you doing with
She just about pretty much said that, yes.
What's that?
I bet she's one of them chicks that has all them tight muscles and still says she's fat.
No, no, not that.
Okay, she don't believe she's fat. She just don't believe she's got all them tight muscles. Brian said the mirror was invented. Hey, Steve 911, how are you, bro? Oh wow, we got a double echo there.
Yeah,
3 echoes.
it's bouncing back.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. I sound like a dork sometimes when I laugh.
Mm. Oh, we're all nerds.
Well, a lot of us are. A lot of us ain't.
Well, it's like, well, all the Dungeoneers or Dungeon Dragons now, we're all
Yeah, the
nerds.
gamers.
We're all nerds.
Yeah, gamers are nerds. Yes, and I fit that category. So I could say that without pissing off people because I say I'm a nerd when it comes to that because I'm a gamer. Yeah, yeah, I noticed that, Brian King. We get like 3 to 4 echoes before it stops. Good morning, Kodiak A Bear. Good to see you. Pennsylvania ousting tyrants is live after court, guys. So if y'all want to go check, if y'all want to go check that out, go check that out, guys. I am very happy to have Steve 911 in here and some of his bear family in here. Very good people. They got very good points of views. And I enjoy. Oh, you need another phone? So do I, Bandit. I agree. But I enjoy their points of views. I enjoy listening to their streams. I try to catch 9/11 every time he's on live streaming. Unfortunately, when I get to doing phone calls, that don't happen all the time. Yeah, you're right. He don't some of his points of views ain't all that popular, but you know, but I like his topics. Really, 9/11. Wow. But I don't see why you would lose subs over that because that's just your point of view. There's a lot of people on here that I haven't agreed with their points of view, but I still watch them. I still like going to their stream because that's the neat thing about this world. We all do not think alike. So people should be more open to listening to someone else's point of view. And if they disagree with the point of view, they should at least, in a constructive manner, uh, uh, tell you how they disagree with you. It's like Honest Gas. I have no problem with Honest Gas, and he came in here. He came into my stream, and he did very nice constructive criticism. He was very polite about his constructive criticism to my points of view. And I still respect him, and I still go to his stream. I have no problem with Honest Gas. Honest Gas is a good guy. Now, we don't agree on some things, but that's just the way the world works. If you can't get over that, then if they can't get over that, 9/11, what did you actually lose? you, that's the way I look at it. If you can't be constructive and be nice about your constructive criticism, I can't even talk.
Constructive criticism.
Uh, then and all you can do is just unsub and leave someone because of their point of view. That that's I can tell you now, 9/11. There's a couple of things you talked about. I didn't really. It's not my beliefs, but I still don't stop coming to your stream. I love listening to you talk. I think you got very good advice to give the world. So. Yeah, how dare I? You right? 9/11. How dare I? I need to unsub you right now, don't I? Uh, that ain't gonna happen. 9/11. I promise you. I love listening to your talks, and I think you got very good and very poignant point of views, and good points to live by, if you ask me. Um, so, and I wouldn't say that if I didn't have respect for you, bro. So, but I would hope that everybody would have an open mind. I mean, there's an old saying. There's an old saying. I agree to disagree with you. You know. Oh, Joe's going somewhere.
Not just give you some time.
That boat's moving.
It's moving. He switched that.
Oh, okay. He's just running it out. Okay, I got you. I knew that boat. That sounded a lot louder than the other one. $200 fine and court costs for Potts. That sucks. Sound like a pissed off bumblebee now going up the river. Yeah. I hate it because that's $200 in fines saying that he was wrong for publicly filming. Anytime one of our people get fines or get a misdemeanor or whatever, you know, that just shows they have no respect for our rights. So, yeah, it's probably a good outcome for Pot that for that, you know, and all. But it's still saying that the courts have no respect for our rights. Yep, he just went up there and turned around is all he did.
Yeah, he's playing.
You're right, Brian King. I agree. I agree. There you go, Eastern Kentucky. There you go. Joe's gonna hit the boat. No, he's just playing. He's coming up close.
He's watching.
Watching him, seeing what his daddy doing.
Yeah, like you did, Lucky.
What's your daddy doing, Lucky? Huh? Did he leave you? He didn't take you with him? No, that's a 15 horse motor on the back of a boat. He and it sounds like a pissed off bumblebee. He put a hole in the boat.
Put a hole in the boat.
How'd you do that, Joe? How'd you put a hole in the boat?
He's an idiot.
Okay. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you're just fucking around. Hey, Eggs, how are you?
Somebody put a hole in my boat.
Hi, Wendy O. How are you, hon?
I'll put another
I'm
hole.
glad to see you here.
Oh yeah.
You're running late though, Wendy O. Normally you're one of the first ones in my stream. $750 of you jumped the fence and stormed the plant. See, that's what we need to go to these we need numbers like that to go to these state capitals and Washington D.C. and stuff, so we can get the people that make the numbers. We need numbers, and because no one wants to do anything without seeing the numbers. You know what I mean? It's easy for them to turn a blind eye. Yes, you're right, Steve. 1911. I agree. Yeah, Texas is turning a blind eye to like Bow and all them. Um, yes, it's feeling a lot better now that I got some rest and things like that. But I'm sure it's killing y'all. Pot and crew do a mass audit. Yep.
Huh?
There ain't much they can do. 1911. Except for try to hunt you down one at a time.
I don't see any. You know any sports over here? I think he does.
There's some dirties, I think.
Up top there.
Oh, up top. Hold on. Let me check. I ain't yodeling. I can't yodel. Um, these are not shorts. These are like knee high and knee knickers.
Doesn't work.
Okay.
Where'd you go?
Uh, you're right. 1911, and plus it ain't just trolls. I know I got two cops right now watching my stream more than likely because they tell me they watch my stream all the time. So more than likely, I got two right now. So it ain't just trolls; it's cops too, and then and all that. Oh, okay. Uh,
Oh, they're taking your clothes?
yeah, I agree with you on that, Brian King, because you don't have to make a difference and get arrested.
Yeah, it's looking a little shabby.
You can politely talk to people and open their eyes. Um, that's it. You have to show up. There's your big thing, 1911. You have to show up. Um, I know I've opened a few people's eyes right here in my county just by talking to them. You know, to what's going on. A lot of them didn't even realize that cops were breaking the law, doing some of the stuff they do. You know, and then once I opened their eyes, once I opened their eyes, they're like, "Wow, I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that." And then I said, "If you don't believe me, start looking it up on the internet." I got people now that are looking stuff up on the internet daily because they're wanting to see where the cops are breaking the law and stuff and trying to take their rights away. Hey, Triple X.
Let's go shopping.
Next week. uh,
Not that I know of. It might have.
I'm sure you were 1911. I would have been ready for war too. That's insane. I would have been extremely upset 1911. But that's about like what Trump's doing to them Native Americans out west too. That's insane. That's insane. 1911, insane. Thank you, Triple X. Thank you very much, bro. Uh, Trump put that damn pipeline in on them Native Americans, and they've been protesting that for years, and and they've actually had votes to where it was not passed, and Trump still pushed it through. So that's a bunch of crap. And then they say, oh, it's going to be good for jobs. Actually, it ain't, because do you know how many jobs they're going to be getting out of that pipeline? I talked to some of the Native Americans up there. There's going to be a grand total of 3 jobs in that area that's going to come from that pipeline. So it ain't good for jobs. It ain't conducive to anything, really. And all they had to do was move the pipeline 10 miles over, just run an extra couple of chunks of pipe to make it go 10 miles over, and they wouldn't be running it under a groundwater source, and possibly in later times polluting a groundwater source, and also disturbing the Native Americans that are rest in their graveyard there on top of it. So I often ask people that don't care about Native American graveyards, how would they like for a pipeline to go through their grandma's graveyard, and they have to dig up their grandma and move them somewhere else, things like that. Because I've heard a lot of people say, well, that shouldn't matter that there's a graveyard there. But when I put it that way, they're like, I wouldn't like that. I said, so why would you care? Why would you not care about the Native Americans and their people that are buried there? It ain't no different, you know. And a lot of people get their eyes open to that, you know. So. But I know what you're talking about there, Steve 911, and it happens a lot. I think everybody should have a final resting place however they feel fit, honestly. Yeah, there's a lot of bad study done on that, by the way, 1911. I have talked to the Native Americans themselves. That pipeline's going to be that pipeline's going to be 2 miles inside their boundary, going through a ceremonial burial ground. So the government, of course, is going to put out lies, and we know that. They've done it since the beginning of time. That's funny. No, Gen T, I haven't had a chance to talk to Gen T Triple X. What happened last night, bro? But governments have been lying to us since the beginning of time. You actually talk to the Native Americans and actually look at the USGS surveys that they did of the reservation. It's actually 2 miles inside the reservation, and it'll be going through a ceremonial burial ground. And that is the major complaint Native Americans had, and it had and that was one major complaint the Native Americans had, and also the pollution that may come from the pipeline if it ruptured or whatever into a local drinking water source. So the government don't want you to know that stuff because then people would feel sorry for the Native Americans. So of course they're going to lie to us about it. So they don't have sympathy coming to help them. I know they ain't doing nothing about Flint. You're right. What about the Upper Peninsula of Michigan that is almost all owned by Japanese water companies also? Yeah, that's because they know that they're going to get stomped on. Triple X. Uh, they know that they're going to get stomped on and get thrown out of a chat room. They're only going to sit in chat rooms where they're allowed to talk that type of trash. They know that they wouldn't be allowed to sit in that chat room long. So they go to places where they want to that people take the time to listen to them and hear them. Kodiak A Bear. What? Who was the corrupt ones that you're talking about? How were they corrupt? Because they don't go by United States law, they go by their sovereign laws. Because they are a sovereign nation and they got different laws. Well, like I said, they're a sovereign nation. They go by different laws than what the United States has, and that's how they're able to have casinos in states that don't allow gambling because they're a sovereign nation. Well, I don't believe that because I know several people I personally talked to myself that's never asked me for a dime, but they were damn concerned about that pipeline. I know for a fact there's a gravesite, Kodiak Bear. I know for a fact there is because see, I'm in that Native American community, but I am welcomed into that Native American community, and because I've been in the Native American community since I was 12 years old, and there is a gravesite, and I've seen the pictures of the gravesite. And it's not a grave site that you would normally call a grave site because they don't bury their people like we do, or like white people do, and have tombstones and stuff like that. They put themselves up on they put their people up on platforms, and eventually the platform will decay away. But it is a grave site. and it is a noted grave site. There's also people's ashes in the ground at that grave site, from modern day practices of not allowing them uh, the ability to platform their people no more. They have to now if one dies, they have to have them go do the white man stuff, and then they burn them and put them in the ground that way. So yes, there is a grave site. And not very many white people will be able to see that. I'll tell you that now, because it's sacred land to them, and not very many white people are allowed to see that unless they have earned the total respect of the tribe. And earning respect takes years, and years of dedication to helping out Native Americans on top of that. So um, that might be part of the reason why she never got to see that gravesite. Uh, um,
Shit.
well, that's great, Steve 911. I'm glad to hear that you have found police officers that agree with us. Right, right, Steve 911. You're right. On ceremonial ground like that, you are right. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just trying to educate a little bit, for from what I know, and in dealing with the Native American community since I was 12 years old. Um, I'm 41 now. So don't think I'm trying to be mean or trying to discredit or anything else like that. I'm just trying to give you a little more insight to what the Native Americans are, and how they do things, and how they react to things. Um, See, within the Native American community, trust is earned. And a person just coming there saying, "We're coming to promote you and do good things for you." Well, do you know how many times they've been told that throughout the centuries? Oh, we're here to make you look good, and then the next thing they know, they're being killed like dogs. You know, that's awesome. Uh, but did she have the respect of that tribe? Is what I'm getting at, Kodiak Bear. Um, you got to have respect from any given tribe. Uh, it's like I have worked with the Muskogee Creek because I'm Muskogee Creek. I've worked with the Seminole because they're kissing cousins. I've worked with the Miccosukee because they're kissing cousins. I've worked with the Lakota because my uncle was able to work with them and got me to where I had respect in their community. But I can't go to the Apache Nation right now and say, "Hey, I'm here to work with you and try to promote you and do good things for you." They're going to laugh me out of the Apache Nation because they don't know me. Now, maybe 2 or 3 years from now, and then I say that after I've gained their respect and gained their trust, then maybe they might do that. Uh, because they've had so much screwing over in the years since they've been dealing with white people. You know, I hate to say it that way. They've been screwed over so many times. They they don't trust many people outside their own anymore. Uh, that's the biggest thing. So maybe she might have needed to gain some trust, and do it that way. I am not speaking for those people up there. I'm just letting you know how some of them. react and how some of them do. That's why I want to be cremated, Brian King, and I want to be thrown out in the ocean. So I'm not. Believe me, I'm not trying to discredit your friend. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I'm just giving reasons why she may not got to see certain things and things like that. You know, that I was able to and everything. I agree, Bandit. Who would do the burying if everybody died? Uh, that's a valid question, Bandit. Funny but valid. Uh, yes, yeah, that's going to be awesome for you since that is a place you really love, Brian. We talked about that yesterday. You love that. And I think that's awesome. My favorite place in the world is the Gulf of Mexico. Um, I love the Gulf of Mexico. I fell in love with the Gulf of Mexico the first time I seen it, and I love the Gulf of Mexico. So I intend to have my ashes thrown in the Gulf of Mexico when I die, or a river that would get flow to the Gulf of Mexico. So I'll eventually make it there. One of the two. It don't matter as long as it's in water. But honestly, until I actually die and stay dead, I ain't gonna know what death is. So I don't know if that even makes a difference or not. No, knowing my luck, I'll become a ghost and just walk the earth until the end of time. That's my luck. I know my luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna haunt some people.
There you go. There you go, Brian. I like that answer. I like that answer. Uh, that Brian King. That sounds like an episode of Twilight Zone. The way you described that, but yeah, that would be cool. But you're right. It would take up that much surface of the earth. You're probably right. That would be a lot of surface too. Yeah. Yeah, X Files by yep, X Files. Guess what? The new X Files will be everybody dies on Earth and aliens bury us. You wait and watch. Just wait and watch. I swear to God, it seems like they have people watching stuff just like this, just to get ideas on. Uh, it's a cookbook. Hey, Joe Black, how are you? The Lord of Blackness. There you go, Brian King. I agree. I agree. I have no problem with that. Honestly, I honestly, when I die, I don't think I got any more use for my body. So, so it that wouldn't bother me one bit if someone did that to me. I know some cultures believe you're going to be resurrected into your old body and all, and then you're going to come back to earth and all, or go to heaven, however the case may be on how you believe. Hey, News Now across America, how are you, bro? There you go. That that wouldn't bother me none either, Brian King. But, but yeah, but yeah, Kodiak A Bear. I don't want you to think I was trying to discredit your friend in any way. Okay, I just these might be reasons why, you know, um, and all. So, oh, okay. I never seen that, Joe Black. That's cool. I'll take a look into that. You're already out there on the road, huh? Uh, I don't watch much TV, guys, so you got to forgive me on my ignorance when it comes to TV. Oh, wow, Brian King. Wow. But yeah, forgive my ignorance on TV shows, guys. I ain't, I quit watching TV probably back about 1998. So, if I watch any TV, it's normally up at the Hitchcocks up there at that store, and it'd be and that one's always on the freaking Fox News. So that's about the only TV I watch. Watch that much. Well, that's true, Joe. You're right. I did, but I don't remember that particular Twilight Zone one. So, is that one of the newer Twilight Zones or the old black and white Twilight Zones? Because I used to watch the black and white Twilight Zones. It isn't. It's one of the old ones. Okay, I need to look at it. I guess I need to look at that. I might have watched it and don't remember the name of it. Is what it is. So, and I just lied to y'all. I didn't mean to lie to y'all. And I apologize. I did watch TV not too long ago at Joe's house, but it was old reruns of 60s and 70s shows. So I think one of them was like What's Happening Now, and then Three's Company and things like that. So I apologize. I did watch those uh, uh, at Joe's house not too long ago. So I can't honestly say the last time I really watched TV other than the news was back in 1998 now. So I apologize to you. Yeah, that shows you how much I was probably really paying attention to it, right? Hello again, SC News Upstate. Hey, I love that program where Red Fern grows. I cry every time I watch it, though. And I like Jeremiah Johnson. I never cried when Old Yeller died, but I did cry when those two dogs died where the Red Fern grows. And I still do to this day. King SC, you appointed yourself that, huh, SC? That's funny. Excuse me, guys. Wow. Can you believe I've already been on here over an hour? Wow. Dang it. The day's going by fast. So I'm warning y'all now, if I get a call from Ohio, I'm going to have to shut the stream down abruptly so I can talk to them up in Ohio. Just letting you know. Yeah, I will try to pop in there in 1911. But I still hate that you lost subs over people being so close-minded nowadays. It's that people are that close-minded that they can't agree to disagree with someone and still be able to watch them. I'm glad you're all here, Bayou Bandit. I really am. All of y'all. I'm glad y'all here. You make my day too. Yeah, you did. You really lost nothing. If they're that minded, you didn't. And that's the way I look at it on my stream. You know, if someone wants to just stop coming to my stream and not talk to me no more, well, I didn't lose much. You know, man. I said it the other day in my other stream. If you do that to me, I'll forget you in a day and go on. You know, and that's the way I look at it. Uh, so I know I got a little bit deep there. Sorry, guys. I shouldn't have got so deep. uh, so let's talk about another deep subject. Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, if everybody agreed in this world about everything, do you know how boring this world would be? Oh my God. This world would be so boring that if everybody agreed on everything, it would be mind numbing. You know, literally, it'd be mind numbing. So I'm glad I don't agree with everybody. You're right, 1911. You are so right. uh, you're right, Bandit. I have had that happen for me. I lose one, I get three, it seems like. Yeah, it discourages you from using your brain. You got to use your brain every day the way the world is today because no one agrees on everything. Uh, all right, SC, you try to have a good rest then, bro. We love you too, bro. Uh, I was already on that Joe Black before Black Label showed anything on that. I already got 3 investigations going on in that town, and it's called South Zanesville, Ohio. I was watching him live stream that. So, but please feel free to call, but do not expect anybody. Do not expect anybody in that town to in South Zanesville, Ohio. Do not expect anybody to treat you with respect because I even got told, "Shut the fuck up. Do not call here no more," and to get lost, and they clipped my ear. So don't expect any respect from them people in that town. Yeah. So I went other places. I went other avenues. I'm waiting on I'm waiting on 2 county commissioners from Ohio to call me back today. One should be calling me back up within about an hour or so, is what he told me. So, and he's going to get me information on how I could possibly get them investigated for their idiocies in that town. I mean, when you got a mayor that resorts to calling people crackheads and names like a little 12-year-old kid, what the heck? How in the heck did he even get voted in? You know, I mean, come on. So, yeah, I've been all over that crap. I even got to see. I even went to the county cops also, and so did my friend who does a lot of money in that county. He spends lots of money in that county. I went to the county cops and got an investigation done on that particular deputy that was standing in there allowing that chief to tell him what to do. My friend went as far as to say he can make them the laughing stock of every county out there because he's telling the sheriff's department that he said he can make them the laughing stock of every county police department in the United States because he allowed an appointed official to overrule a elected official's position and and did nothing to stop what he was seeing was wrong. So we even got a investigation on him going, so he can so at least he'll be learned enough to know that he could have stopped that chief of police from doing what he was doing, and that chief of police had no grounds to stand on if he decided to step up and stop it. So But it's good to have a friend in high places that spends lots of money in a certain area, uh, because unfortunately, money talks and bullshit walks. Yeah, Triple X does a lot of cop watching for us, guys, and things like that. So he does a lot of good for our community, and things like that. So if you ain't subbed to Triple X, go ahead and sub to Triple X. And all. Um, but my suggestions, if you are willing to try to make phone calls and things like that, get a hold of the county commissioner's office. They are very polite in the county commissioner's office, and very professional people in the county commissioner's office. Um, Let them know your grievances there, uh, because uh, um, because the the town itself is the rudest people you'll ever meet. The I talked to the chief of police. He was rude and hung up on me. The mayor's never called me back. And he said and the recording said he would get back within 2 hours. So and now that recording's taken down, and you have no way of getting a hold of the mayor, I might add. And the secretary of that town is a rude ass bitch that told me to fuck off, to never call there again, and hung up on me, to get lost, and then hung up on me. So that's what I dealt with in that town. And no one else would answer, and no one else would answer their phones. So in that town. You're welcome, Triple X. Like I said, Triple X does do a lot of good for us. He's out there. He's trying. He's learning, and he does a lot of good cop watching for us. And and if you want to learn some Arabic, him and his wife are trying to teach us some Arabic too. So, which is really cool. You know, yeah, I'm always open to learning a new language if I can. I think it's cool as heck that they're trying to teach us. No, I don't. Not yet. Do you have the choice? Do you have a? Do you have any suggestions on that, Joe Black? I've been trying to get suggestions on that. I need it. I need it badly, especially after yesterday. I've never been treated so badly or so rudely by people. At least not in a government held elected position. I've never been treated that badly or so rudely. Let's put it that way, by people in them positions. And I've been treated pretty badly and rudely. They were the worst so far. So it's a Samsung Android. Yes, there is. Triple X, you ain't kidding on that. Does it work pretty good for you, Joe Black? Because if it does, I'll download it pretty quick when I get off of here, off my live stream, so I can have that. So when I'm dealing with these people, I can have the recording. I've okay, good. I'll download it as soon as I get off of here from live streaming, because I have never. I mean, I've dealt with some rude people in the government in my time of dealing with different governments and all. Yes, they are very money hungry, Triple X. Um, uh, I have dealt with rude people throughout the years, even when I was working to handle that Whitewater Rivershed thing, to get rid of that and get it out of there. Um, and I've never dealt with people as rude as I dealt with in Zanesville. All right, cool. I will definitely get that, Joe Black. I appreciate you on that, because I need it. Um, uh, and I'm still pretty dumb and illiterate when it comes to these different things, and uh, uh, what I can and have, what I can and need to have. All right, Eggs, you try to have a great day, bro. Um, Glad you got your fence fixed and everything. I hope that rain yesterday didn't cause you too much problems. Hopefully the mud's pretty well gone and all. I tell you what, that's one man that deserves a lot of respect. He is very dedicated to his farm and everything, and works very hard at his farm. He is freaking awesome. That I know he's got all my respect for that. Trying to be self sufficient and things like that. That's freaking awesome to me. You know, so I respect eggs. I respect eggs big time for that. Thank you, Triple X. But I respect all of y'all. I really do, that are in this community. I respect all y'all's points of views and try to respect everybody's points of views as best I can. Um, you know, uh, and I try to be respectful in my criticism. Uh, some people don't allow me that opportunity, unfortunately, to either be to either be respectful or anything else for that matter. But I'm sure y'all have heard about my. I'm sure y'all have heard about my rant that I had not too long ago, and that just wasn't conducive of me being respectful. You know, that's why I wasn't respectful. And so y'all know I did appeal on that, and YouTube did bring up one point where where they consider it to where I was on the offensive instead of a defensive, and that's when I said I would knock his teeth down his throat. So that right there is where why my channel is still banned, and they didn't unban my channel for 3 months. Tammy C, my Tammy C channel. That's why it's not unbanned yet. So I'm just letting you know that's where YouTube stood on it. I can't fight that. That's their rules. So, and that's the way it goes. Hey, Boomer. I was looking at you saying hi, Tammy, and almost said hi, Tammy. How are you, Boomer? I'm glad you're here, Boomer. Stop running those red lights, Boomer. Bad Boomer, no running red lights. Hey, Red River Audie, how are you, bud? Your phone's cracking, ain't it, Red River? You get to look at me this morning. I know your phone's cracking, bro. I know it's cracking. It ain't cracking yet? Dang it. I ain't doing my job. There it went. Yay! The power of ugly. Yes, do not text and drive. Causes a lot of accidents. So they say. And honestly, I believe that. I wished I had a little top water plug right now, a little popping bug, what they call a popping bug. I'd be out and a little fly rod to throw it out there with. I'd be out there catching some brim right now. The brim are popping the top of the water big time right now. I'd probably be able to catch a mess of brim with no problem. No. Hula poppers actually down here don't seem to work so good in 1911. No, what I want is, you've seen those little bitty tiny popping bugs. They normally yellow or green, and they got little feathers on the back. That's what I'm talking about. Them things work good. There you go. You're right, Red River. Uh, Damn, Brian, that sucks. I hate that for you, bro. I hate that. But yeah, them little yellow or green ones, they work so good down here. You throw it out there on a fly rod. They're so light though. You got to have like a fly rod or one of them real long, flimsy uh, uh, cane poles. Yes, we do need you, Brian. So you need to be careful. Don't be falling out on us. You have been a great help and a great asset. You've been a great help and a great asset to us, Brian. And we don't need to lose you, because I ain't even figured out half of what I need to figure out how to make a video yet. That's why I ain't made my own videos like you and Tay do. I wished I was at your house, Brian, so you could show me how to do that. Then I'd be better off. Right now, I feel like I'm back in kindergarten with this stuff. Brian King, you ain't right. I tell you what, the day I give up cigarettes will be the day I'm dead. I promise you that, guys. Yes, cigars are proven to help stress. Sounds like an audit to me, Boomer. If you do an audit, I'll jump over there and watch you, huh? Yeah, everybody that's told me they've quit smoking does feel better, or seems like they can breathe better or whatever. So let us know if you're going to do an audit, Boomer, or if, okay. Yeah, that'd be smart. That way your bills are paid, and just in case. I sure will, Joe Black. Yeah, I had an ugly stick just like that, Brian King, and I loved it. It was great for almost every fish out there. But normally she don't get on till about another hour or so from now. Yeah, it'll be about another hour or so, Joe Black, before she can get on here. You got beat with it, the ugly stick. Yeah. Your friends call your AR-15 the ugly stick. That's cool. 1911. CT Copper. I fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. That's how ugly I am. So, yeah, I bet you, Brian King. That sounds like fun. You too, Steve. Uh, you got stuck on a branch of the ugly tree. Well, I got a face for radio, but I ain't got a very good voice for radio, so I'm screwed all the way around. Contest in the making. I bet you I win it. I've won two of them already. I'll bet you I win it, and I'll just play with my belly button. Okay, Boomer, no problem. No problem. Understand. No problem, hon. Wow, it's getting hot quick, guys. I mean, quick out here. You're you're gonna unseat the king, huh? Okay. We'll see about that, Red River. I bet you I win just by playing with my belly button. Oh wow, fire trucks aim one rescue. Damn. See, I know one thing though. You know, like I said, I ain't got a voice for I ain't got a for radio, and I ain't got the looks to be on TV. So, but I do have what they call the gift of gab, and I like to talk to people. So, uh, so needless to say, I got that going for me. You know, I agree. 1911. I agree. And that's part of what I love about this community. Y'all accepted me in for who I was, you know, and I appreciate that. And I do appreciate that from all of you, uh, because you did accept me in for who I am, and that was awesome of y'all. That sucks, Copper. That sucks. It's been my pleasure to meet all of you. I'm telling you, it's been my pleasure. It really has. Uh, y'all make me laugh. Y'all make feel when, especially when I spend a day on the phone with idiotic morons. You know, trying to get things done and investigations started into people and things like that. When you deal with idiotic morons, you get stressed out. You know, a little bit. So when I get to go live stream or I come on someone else's live stream, it really helps to relax me after I've been stressed out. So that's great that I get to do this now. You know, um, I don't. I ain't saying I don't handle stress very well. I ain't saying I don't handle stress, but it's nice to have a getaway. Oh wow, really? Wow, Copper. Wow. Hi, Miss Constitutional. How are you, hon? Glad to see you here. We got a Miss C in the house, guys. Miss C's in the house. I loved your live stream you did with your 13-year-old Miss Constitutional. He's a very smart boy. I should say very smart young man. I shouldn't say boy. He's a very smart young man. I've Brian King. I've sort of gotten a little tired of that. I try not to make my drama too public. Oh, that sucks, Miss Constitutional. That sucks. Hey, Wild Trapper, how are you? You call her Barbie Bear? Yeah, I can see why you call her that, Brian. Steve. I can see why you call her that. It's very befitting for her. Oh yes, Miss Constitutional is very awesome. I love listening to Miss Constitutional. She's very smart. Yeah, I know what you mean, Wild Trapper. I'm about to hit the river. It's getting hot quick here. I bet you it's at almost 90 degrees, and it's at probably. I know earlier this morning the humidity was at 80%. So already this morning when I woke up. So I know we got a high humidity, and I guarantee it's almost 90 degrees here. And screw drama videos. So I ain't doing that stuff. I can tell you that now. I but some people like to get involved in the drama, So yeah, Miss Constitutional, how can you miss the Lord of Blackness? Oh my goodness. You're gonna make the Lord of Blackness cry. There you go, Joe. She gave you smoochies too. The Lord of Blackness says that's better. Oh, we do, Miss Constitutional. We're just giving you a hard time, that's all. Everybody knows you love them. If they don't, then they're dumb. We just have to give you a hard time every once in a while, Miss C. That's all it is. Keeps you on your toes, keeps you fresh, keeps you going. You think you're back? Okay. Well, as long as you think you're back by Welcome back, I think. Welcome back, I think, Bandit. uh, You're very welcome, I think. Pot had a $200 fine, court cost fine, and that was it. So, uh, so Pot and Away made it out okay, and Pot and Away didn't. Actually, Pot made it out okay, but as far as the way they look and view our community as a whole, we didn't, because they just said it no matter what, under any circumstances, if you're breaking the law or not, you're going to get a $200 fine. So, our family. You're right, Trapper. You're right. It's not a community, it's our family. And I tell you what, I appreciate all your all support and all. I really do. Y'all are awesome. Awesome, awesome people. Awesome family. All right, Trucker. You take her easy, Copper. I agree, Brian. I agree. Well, actually, really and truly, a $200 court cost ain't that much. Um, the last court cost I paid, it was right at $550. So the last court cost I paid. Uh, so $200 ain't that high, really. I hate to say that. It could have been worse. All right, Red River, you have a good day, bud. Actually, what Red River's saying is he's tired of his phone cracking and he needs to go get clear Gorilla Tape so he can keep his phone from cracking anymore. That's what that was code for. Yeah, every time he comes in, and y'all are looking at me. He says I crack his phone, so I should put a disclaimer out to on my channel saying that to look at this face, you may need camera or phone insurance. So because it may cause cracking or irreversible damage to your phone to look at my face. Later, 1911. When are you going live, bro? About 1 o'clock my time. You gonna be streaming in about an hour or so, Steve? 1 p.m. Central Time. Okay, cool. Can't wait. It'd be 2 our time, Brian. Yeah, Brian too. Brian's in the same time zone as me. So thank you, 1911. I will try to be there, bro. If I ain't making phone calls and shit, I'll be there. Well, guys, I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm going to let y'all go for now. I'm expecting that phone call from Ohio anytime now. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to talk to you later. You all try to have a good day. I hope your day goes great for you and all. And I love y'all. And all right, Joe Black, have a good day at work. I love y'all, and y'all have a great day. I will talk to y'all later. I am out.